Trojans continue their journey as they play an interconference matchup on the road. It's Wednesday Night Basketball, live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. You take a look at New Orleans.
And it's the last time they'll see these guys. A 2-game season series, and after losing that first one, I'd expect them to play with a little extra added motivation.
Yeah, Greg, I mean, they want this win bad. Trust me, whenever you're playing a team 4 times or just twice, you never want to get swept.
Tobias Harris in his 8th season in the NBA and still just 26 years old.
Yeah, I mean, 1 season at Tennessee, and he has slowly but steadily improved each year. And, you know, he's gotten stronger, more consistent with his long-range shooting, and he's found his calling as one of those prototype small ball fours.
Outside Robinson. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. Pass to Jokic. Stolen by Robinson. And here they go. Flushes it down to finish the break.
And showing he can play above the rim. Crowder with the highlight right there.
And it's Harris with the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. Now here is Harris. The tray. Drains it from beyond the arc. Harris has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Drills it from outside.
And that's how you answer back.
Trading bombs the last 2 possessions. They're going after him.
Here's Jokic. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Down low. And stolen by Harris. To the paint. Here's Jokic. Good. And Harris gets the assist.
Well, they lean on him for a big portion of their scoring with a good reason.
Rejected by Harris.
And Harris just using that long reach of his so well on defense. Shooters have to be more careful or he'll rise up and swat your shot away.
Now here is Harris. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. But they get it back. It's stolen by DeRozan. And there's the call on Tobias Harris. That's his first foul. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Pass to Robinson.
Not a very consistent quarter for him in terms of a shooter.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays on the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? And it's sent back by Jokic. And now the Pelicans on the break. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Drops one in from the wing. DeRozan with it. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now.
And he just glides to the hoop on his drives. DeRozan's got plenty of force to his game. Don't get me wrong, but he makes everything look so effortless.
To the inside. And finished off by Bagley.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Fellas, that's just like it's supposed to work. Don't give the D a chance to set up.
And it's DeRozan missing.
He's trying to help him add to this lead, but he just can't find his touch. Well, for the Pistons, their 2nd season in the new downtown arena. I mean, all 4 of the city's major sports teams now play within a few blocks of one another. Something seen nowhere else in the country. Very special. for Detroit.
From 13, he clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. DeRozan's got 6.
Oh, that's a terrific pass. Ayton, with the advanced skill level, he's just going to get better with time.
Here's Crowder, and that one is stuffed right through.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
Well, that's just a good example of why the score is what it is. I mean, they need to protect the rim a lot better than that.
And despite their new arena, attendance numbers for Pistons games could be better.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you got to have a winning record. Also, you have to make sure that you honor those of the past. When they opened the arena, can you believe that they did not bring the Bad Boys there or the Chauncey Billups, Rip Hamilton Pistons there to hang up their jerseys? You have to have a connection with the city. I mean, even in the arena, there's no signage as a Pistons. It is a hockey arena, so hopefully that will change, but you have to win first. And, you know, the city of Detroit is on a great rebound. I love seeing what they're doing.
And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That's his first foul. Pass to Jokic. Here's Finney-Smith. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Finney-Smith's got himself on the board with 3 there. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now, here is Robinson, guarded by Harris.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Misses the 3.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard. And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
And so it's DeMar DeRozan making highlight. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Pistons so far?
Yeah, it didn't take them long to get that transition game going.
Well, this roster is built for guys with speed. They're running the floor hard in the first quarter.
Back to Smith. Intercepted. Here's Warren. The putback. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Back to Smith. Pass to Finney-Smith. 6 on the shot clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Harris trying to get free. McLemore, no good. Detroit leading by 8.
Good leaper. Clarkson, he'll make you pay if you let him get to the rim.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the New Orleans Pelicans.
And Jordan Clarkson is a player who is looking for his shot whenever he gets the ball. Can distribute enough, but it isn't his top priority. Very dangerous when left alone outside.
And stolen by Jang. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, some have nicknamed center Nikola Jokic the Joker, and he does have a lighthearted approach. He said, "This is not a job. I'm enjoying the game like a game of pickup basketball in my hometown. That's the mentality. No pressure. It's just a game." He feels that staying calm helps him succeed. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. And with Clarkson as good as he is outside, Greg, he prefers to shoot off the dribble than on the catch.
Yeah, and it's why Clarkson gets labeled a high-volume, low-efficiency guy. Terrific on catch-and-shoot chances. I think if he played more towards his strengths, he could put together a career year.
And the call up against Jokic. That is his first foul of the game. Right side Warren. Pass to Jang. Fires the three. Can't get it to go. He's taken two and missed two. Here's Clarkson. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Now Collins. And the three off target. One-on-one fast break.
That's his first personal foul.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Here's Warren. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
You know the saying, numbers don't lie. You can see it up there on the scoreboard.
McLemore, no good. Detroit leading by 13. When it came to a big man's responsibilities, you helped pave the way for so much change in that regard. But what are some of the big C-Web now doing that weren't done when you were playing?
I don't know, Kevin, if it was anything that they weren't doing, but it's the freedom to do it with consistency. So even if we talk about a Larry Bird who only could shoot maybe a 3.5 a game, let's just round it up to 2 threes a game. Well, now, what if Larry Bird had the freedom to shoot 10 threes a game like guys do now? And so I think that the game has caught up with players' skill set as opposed to the skill set catching up with players' games. So no longer are you held to being a big man. Now you can be a basketball player, and being a basketball player for Dirk Nowitzki is much better than him being a big man. Dirk Nowitzki, being a basketball player that he is, means that he is a threat wherever he is on the floor, because he's not just limited to a 2-foot box space there in the post. And for defenders like myself, I would much rather Dirk Nowitzki have to stay 2 feet in the post than to be able to shoot the ball whenever, wherever he wanted to. Because I tell you what, now you got a problem, because he can knock it down from anywhere and everywhere that he wants to.
I love the confidence. Aiden knows he must continue to hone his jumper, especially shooting it off the catch.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's foul number 2 for him. A minute 42 left now here in the second. And again, no good by New Orleans.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
At the elbow, it's Harris. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
Whether it's inside or outside, Harris remains steady and ready to shoot the ball. He definitely has the trust of his teammates and coach.
And finished off by DeRozan.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Yeah, guys, and his teammates love it. That'll get him a few big pats on the back.
Pelicans trail by 18. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
He was hoping to avoid a third foul before the break. Now, he might have to sit out until halftime.
And Nikola Jokic came late to the game. He actually grew up horse racing. Finally started playing organized hoops at the age of 16. You never know it, though one of the most skilled big men the league has to offer.
Inside, here's Robinson. And finished off by Robinson.
And it's the way Aiden uses his body inside. It's what allows him to get so close to the basket.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. And Harris drops them both.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Markkanen. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And there's the foul against New Orleans.
And the Dirk comparisons, they're understandable. Markkanen is a big man who can shoot for days, but you know what? He'll flush it on you, too.
Pass to Jokic. Harris, right side. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. That's 7 points for Tobias Harris.
And the way Harris sticks these catch-and-shoot jumpers is just devastating to the defense. I mean, what can they do against that?
Yeah, great timing there. Bagley gets off the ground so quickly, gives the defense no...
And so it's Detroit, feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. We come back right after this. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. To the inside. Stolen by Robinson. Jumps up. And it's Warren with the jam.
And you got to be cautious around Ayton. When the pass isn't precise, he has an ability to poke it away.
Back to Jokic. In the corner, it's Harris. From outside the arc. Sinks the triple. Harris has got his third basket of the night right there.
And a good job taking what the D gives him. He's not going to pass it up with that much space.
Oh, that is sick. I mean, a terrific ball handler for a 5. Ayton comes full force.
Back to Jokic. Crowder with the steal. Got that bucket in no time at all. Harris has got 5 now.
I don't think they were expecting that shot. They didn't really make an effort to get out on him.
The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. Another 3 for Detroit.
How's that for a start? Good on all 3 attempts so far in the second half.
Ball's knocked loose. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. And it's Harris off the drive.
I'll tell you what, Ayton is a very good defender. Moves his feet well and has the length to alter shots. And you can see it. They're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
Yeah, they've come out of the break with an eye toward efficiency. One of the advantages they hold in this game.
The shot's good from Nikola Jokic.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Pass to Bagley. It's stolen by Harris. By himself. And slam dunk by Harris.
Well, once again, Harris showing off his incredible physique. Just really blowing past defenders in the open floor.
And here is Robinson, guarded by Harris. Robinson misses.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
I'd love to hear his explanation to Coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
And that's a foul called on T.J. Warren. That's his first foul. And a different look here for the Pistons. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. And here's Harris from the arc. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Harris has got 11 points.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc. Yeah, I mean, he's been orchestrating all game at a high level.
And you see defensively, when they try to patch something up, he exploits a different weakness.
Some nice passing here by New Orleans. A nice shot by Harris.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Wow. Wasted possession. Thanks to what should have been a simple pass.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now.
And Gary Harris, a 6'4" shooting guard out of Michigan State. On paper, you might call him undersized, but with his strength and toughness, he's got it covered.
Here's Warren. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Pass to Vonleh. To the middle. Clock at 6. Now Jang. Now Vonleh. Zubac's defending. And good that time.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Down low. For 3, Smith. Drains the three-pointer. Smith's got his first 3 points of the game. And if you're making a list of the best young shooting guards in the league, Greg, I got to think that Gary Harris is on that list.
Absolutely. A two-way player, defends his tail off, and offensively, he can score at all 3 levels. And remember, T.J. Warren, he averaged 25 a game his second season at NC State. You want to know his role in the NBA? It's quite simple. A professional scorer.
Stolen by Zubac. .116 left to play in the third. Pass to Collins. Back to Smith. Collins up top. Stolen by Warren. Here's Clarkson. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Changing ends. I mean, Clarkson's speed can be hard to match up with.
Smith, no luck. Pistons leading by 17. And Warren, here we go. Here's Robertson. Pass to Warren. 6 on the shot clock. Now Clarkson. He has 6. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, that's giving him too much space from mid-range. It doesn't hurt him there, but they can't keep doing that.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis, and get away from the sloppy fouls. Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Ooh, this is ugly. No question about it. And you wonder if these matchups aren't favoring them right now.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. And he can't get the first one. Second free throw, no good. Pelicans trailed by 17. Back to Harris. In the corner, it's Harris. And he's good on the 3-ball. Harris has got 6 in the quarter.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, that's because they made a concerted effort to get the shooters involved. Now they've built up the confidence.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Pistons lead by 16. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. You know, C-Web, every player wants to play in a system where what they do best is always highlighted. It brings out their strong points. What are some of the plays or actions that best suited your skills when you play?
One of the things that I needed was a great point guard, so whether it was Rod Strickland, whether it was Avery Johnson in Golden State, of course my man Jay Will, and that was guys that could get me the ball, that would trust, that would throw it up. Also, then that I could handle the ball, draw a double team, and get it out to them, and they could knock down the shot. Having a great shooter like Apasia would allow me to grab a double team and to look for him on the opposite side. So I needed teams that had great ball movement, that had players that could knock down the open shot, and then a team that could run would allow me to push the break or allow me to fill in the break and kind of do everything. Teams that would allow me to be positionless and not just be rigid or old in their ways and say, we play old traditional basketball that doesn't allow anyone to flourish with what they've been working on in the offseason.
In the corner, it's Harris. New Orleans moving it around. And Smith launches it from deep. Misses the deep three-point attempt.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Oh, man, and defenders have to be more cautious when guarding Harris. He is constantly looking to draw contact on his shots.
And the second free throw, good. Pistons leading by 15. Here's DeRozan. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
And you want to talk about high-volume scores, just look at what DeRozan's doing tonight. He's been on a mission, putting his mark on this game in a big way.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Looking for Crowder. He gets it there. That one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Crowder. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for New Orleans. In the corner, it's Harris. Stolen by Markkanen. Jokic with the steal. And again, no good by New Orleans. And the Pistons with possession. DeRozan's shot is good.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Again, New Orleans turns it over.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Pistons leading by 19 points. Right wing. Bagley with the bucket.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
In the corner, it's Harris. And DeRozan. Here we go. And the dunk by DeRozan.
And guys, this is the blueprint for winning on the road. How about the level of focus on each and every possession?
They've come in with the great overall strategy, the right attitude, and the scoreboard reflects that.
And the shot goes in. And that's now 11 points for Jokic.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
And defensively, you know he's feeling good right now. And as the opposing team, you better adjust your scheme accordingly.
To the paint. Here's Harris. Tries again. Here's Jokic. Out to Harris. A 3-ball. Rebound by the Pistons. Here's DeRozan. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. DeRozan's got 10 points here in the second half.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Oh, that's why you see them flexing a little bit. They're feeling good about how they dominate.
Yeah, you got to appreciate the mindset of Smith. Solid at running the offense and finding his teammates who are open.
Outside, Robinson. Trying to get open is Crowder.
Now, that's made a huge difference in this game, if you ask me. Their offensive rebounding has been sensational.
6 to shoot. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
Just great awareness there from Ayton. Understands the game plan and reads the game so well.
And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That's his first foul. C-Web, a big rule change. Defenders have to give jump shooters space to land. Your thoughts on that?
Great. Thank you. Think about if a guy is hot and you can't stop him, you should not be able to embellish with the rules by sliding your foot up under a guy. If we all remember, I believe that San Antonio was up a couple of years ago on Golden State at home in Game 1, and Pachulia inadvertently put his foot up under Kawhi Leonard, and Kawhi was injured. You have to give shooters space to come down. You can't be thinking about that on the way down. We don't want players injured or hurt in this game because of a lack of paying attention to detail, and I think this rule really helps it. Defenders have done it for years. It could be viewed as dirty, but I'm glad the NBA did something about it. I'm very happy about it. And check this out. We're going to see a lot of guys knocking down even more threes now.
And one item that DeRozan never seems to get enough credit for is his passing, Greg. He is a terrific playmaker.
Ever since DeRozan became a perennial all-star, his passing has improved. I mean, keeps his head up even while attacking with the ball. Great awareness for where his teammates are in terms of relation to his attack after a double team.
Here's Harris. Pass to Jokic. Over Robinson.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Pistons.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
A two-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for DeMar DeRozan.
Well, the big thing was if he had an open look, he drained it. He didn't let any of those easy chances get away from him.
Markkanen. And the layup's good off the glass.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
Well, they've gotten serious, stringing together some game-winning buckets.
And they're just living beyond the arc here, really the entire fourth quarter.
And you have to like this. Why? Because it's helping them space the floor, which can create other opportunities.
That's good from DeMar DeRozan.
And when you look at DeRozan and how he's, transformed himself the last few years, he has become one of the more efficient scorers at a loaded shooting guard position. And some could argue he is one of the best guards in the entire league at this point of his career.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
I think you'll probably see more arguments on those illegal screen calls than just about any other play, maybe the charge call, but guys never think they're moving.
And here's Harris from the arc. And here's DeRozan. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.